Joining in right now is Romil Pant, Senior Vice President, Leisure Travel at Thomas Cook, India. Thank you so much, Romil, for joining us. So, from these short weekend getaways to Instagram-worthy holidays, how have Indian travelers toured the world in 2019?
So 2019 has been a very interesting year, especially for the Indian traveler. In spite of a lot of challenges across the globe, we've seen them traveling very often. When it comes to short weekend getaways, which is 3 nights, 4 nights, that kind of a number, a lot of people prefer to go to destinations which are within a flying range from home of about 4 to 5 hours. And this is more of international. In domestic, people prefer to drive down to a distance of about 300 to 350 kilometers, starting from 100 and onward beyond. Some of the destinations which people do for weekend getaways in international would be places like Bhutan, Sri Lanka, Maldives, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Thailand, Bali, Malaysia, Singapore. These would be in the outbound sector, and as far as domestic sector is concerned, people would do anything which is 300 kilometers from their hometown, which would be approximately 4 to 5 hours. So across the country, that's the normal barometer that people would take.
Right. Now, we've got space tourism, there's trends like vegan hotels as well. So what are the top travel trends that you're seeing for the next year?
So as far as 2020 is concerned, what we are witnessing is a couple of trends, starting with the fact that we expect travelers to go across the world and India at least 2 or 3 times a year. Basically what people do is that they do one long holiday, which is an international holiday typically, one domestic holiday and one weekend break. As far as the experiences on ground are concerned, people are getting away from the standard experiences. They want to do something which is different. They want to do something which they can post on social media, as well as every time they want to travel, they do a different experience personally as well. So one part is a social media kind of exposure. The other part is not just experiencing the hotel or standard sightseeing kind of products, but more and more an experiential holiday, so to say, across India and the globe. And there is enough and more that Indian travelers can now do throughout the year. That is the second thing. Third, what we are seeing is a liking towards the fact that people want to do more holidays with family, with friends. So the group sizes are also gradually increasing because people enjoy the company of friends, family along, and therefore the average number of people now traveling is moving up from the earlier about 3.3 to about 5.5 is something which is what we are looking at right now. So broadly 3 trends: more number of holidays, more experiences on holidays, and more people on holidays.
Okay, there's a new generation of travelers, the Gen Z and Millennials, of course, time-poor working Millennials who tend to opt for short holidays with more frequent intervals, microcations, so to say. Tell us about what they look for.
Okay, so what we are noticing is that as far as Gen Z and the millennial traveling is concerned, there are people who make very instant plans. They may drive down to a destination or book their holiday very close to the date of holiday itself. With the Indian passport becoming stronger and therefore the visa on arrival destinations also are gaining a lot of momentum. Again, what people are looking for is a quick de-stressing kind of a break. At times there are adventure breaks also involved in this, and at times they are relaxing breaks. So a lot of people who work long, so just to share with you, 2020 has 14 long weekends where you can actually plan for a holiday for 2, 3, 4 nights. And we're already seeing people coming back asking us which are the destinations which we can do, how can we reach there, in how much time, what is the best mode of transport, and what is the maximum amount of time that I can spend in the destination rather than in travel. the millennials are also experimenting much more with non-traditional kind of activity. And in activity, it's a whole plethora, not just the activity in terms of on ground, but a different type of food, different way of experiencing a hotel and a property, different kind of activities that they want to do. So it's a whole set of things that people want to do differently. There are people who are looking for experiences. For example, they want to do a food tasting in a particular destination. Somebody wants to go and do deep sea diving. There is somebody else who wants to do trekking. So all those kind of people are falling in that generation of Gen Z or millennials or adventure travelers or short vacation travelers, as we may want to call them.
How is India faring as a travel destination for global travelers? And, what are some of the hotspots that are gaining popularity for overseas visitors?
Okay, so as far as Indians are concerned, or India is concerned, we have a decent number of international travelers, but I think the bigger and the real traveler within India is Indians themselves. As far as the destinations are concerned, while there have been standard destinations which continue to be popular, so for example, there is a Kerala or a Kashmir or a Ladakh, Himachal Pradesh, parts of Rajasthan, the Rann of Kutch, in Gujarat and Andaman's northeast, which are popular. We are seeing a lot of new destinations gain ground. So whether it is the forts of Maharashtra which are getting popular, or things like the temples of Khajuraho, the Ajanta-Ellora circuits, or for that matter the wildlife parks, which is Kanha, Bandhavgarh, Pench, Gir, the Corbett National Parks. These are coming up. Some of them have been there traditionally, but they are gaining popularity. Northeast, there are new spots which are coming up. There are places like Cherrapunji and Mansweram, which people are just going to see the rainfall. Then there are places like Chandipur at sea in Orissa, where people are just going to see the beaches. Then there is the Gokarna coast in Karnataka, which was not hitherto very well known, but now people are experiencing those kind of places. So there's a lot of new destinations which are coming up way apart from the traditional erstwhile travel spots, so to say, because of better facilities, availability of hotels, and availability of connectivity. So that's what we are seeing as far as India is concerned. As far as foreigners coming to India, I think they are also doing a lot of new India, but continuing to do with some of the traditional spots like the Golden Triangle and some of the other places. Though as Thomas Cook, we don't do international travelers coming to India, but our sister concern as a part of our group does.
Right. New Year is just around the corner. So for those who haven't booked and want a quiet and fun getaway, what is it that you suggest?
For people who just want to get away, I think there is still a lot of stuff available within India. Well, of course, if you want to leave on 30th or 31st and spend the New Year somewhere out of India, or even 29th, you'll have to choose a non-visa destination, where also some deals are available for the last moment. But I guess little amount of planning which you need to do between today, tomorrow, or day after if you have to travel on 29th. But within India, I think there is a lot of availability. There is this whole concept of staycation. A lot of hotels within the large metros and even tier 2 towns are offering some very good deals for last moment bookers who want to do a holiday. Combine that with a bit of sightseeing, the standard traditional spots from various metros. And just to take an example of place like Delhi or Bombay, from Delhi you could do right now Jaipur. You could probably fly into a Udaipur or a Jodhpur. On the Uttarakhand and UP side, you could still do places like Nainital and Corbett, and as well as places like Varanasi, which has become very popular. Shimla, you could again do wee bit cold, but then nice. Amritsar is still very popular from north. As far as Bombay is concerned, you have Mahabaleshwar, you have the forts, you have Ganpati Pule, Singhgad, and all sorts of places around each of the large metros. And I could go on and on. From Calcutta, you have a lot of places, Mandarmoni, Diga, and so on and so forth. Down south, each of the three big metros have availabilities, and even the tier 2 towns have a lot of availability around. It's just a matter of where you are and what you want to do over the New Year weekend. So both